Oh yeah, here it is. It's hot stuff here. I have no idea how this is going to go, but my name is Ruggy from Yelp here in San Francisco. This is Get Your Yelp On, the very first web podcast here within our Yelp Studio A is what we're calling this, just like Rockefeller Center. To my left, I've got a lovely young lady. Her name is Monica Silvestre. She works here at Yelp with me, and Abby Schwartz over there. And we have Alex O. He's the guy rocking over here. What's that song, Alex?
Oh, it's just something I've been working on.
All right, cool. So this is our first podcast. It's brought to you by Crystal Geyser Water. Not really, because I actually just pulled this out of the refrigerator. And American Apparel, where I got these awesome socks. We're looking for advertisers, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, without further ado, we have a really special guest. For the first time, this is history in the making right here. Our first ever Get Your Yelp On podcast. Welcome, Ike from Ike's Place. Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming in, Ike.
Yes.
All right. Would you look at this setup? Isn't this pretty impressive? Pretty awesome, huh?
Hell yeah.
Is this the probably the best thing you've ever been a part of?
At least the best thing that I've ever been a part of.
Okay, what would you say is number 2 and number 3 the time that you were on the Food Network? Maybe that comes in second. This is first.
So number 2, yeah, we'll go Man vs. Food. Number 3, I did this little piece called Gluten Free for You and Me. Go look for it, Google it, YouTube it. Gluten Free for You and Me.
What we're doing here with Get Your Yelp On, sort of like the softer side of San Francisco. And so first of all, I know that you've been, clearly kind of in the news lately here locally about opening something in LA. Can you tell us some of the developments here in town that you're working on? I know that you're possibly looking for another location outside of Lime where you're currently selling your world famous sandwiches. Developments in your personal and career life here in San Francisco and beyond?
Well, about the Southern California, I looked at about 20 locations while I was down there: Universal City, Glendale, Pasadena, LA, LA Live. Not really sure where the first Ike's is going to pop up down there in Southern California, but one should pop up end of the year at the latest, probably summertime at the earliest. San Francisco, still trying to look to the spot right across the street from the old Ike's.
Ooh, nice.
Where the Joseph Smith chocolate shop used to be. And the rumor about the SF State University location, that's going to be happening too, probably around May or June.
Ooh, nice. Right on. There it is. You were telling us before this, it's kind of funny, I had no idea that before you were slinging sandwiches, you were working at Victoria's Secret.
Oh yeah, I worked there for a couple of years. Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, was that, here, were you working at the Westfield Mall, or what part of town were you working in?
I worked at a Hillsdale Mall in San Mateo. Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Do you have any funny stories from your time working at Victoria's Secret? How do you go from Victoria's Secret to making sandwiches?
Well, it wasn't straight there. I was, it was better than I thought it was going to be, but it absolutely was not what I thought it was going to be working at Victoria's Secret. I was there, literally worked there, minimum wage to start as a cashier. I was retired, sort of, was in business for myself, and I kind of wanted to get back, but not really wanted responsibility. So I go in there, I'm like, oh, there's a minimum wage job I can get with no responsibility whatsoever, kind of like Kevin Spacey in American Beauty. I was like, I don't want to do anything. Went there, and then it was like crazy fun, and of course, lingerie and all that good stuff, so had a good time there, then went from there to real estate, then to Ike's Place.
Wow, there you go. It's funny because I wouldn't imagine actually retiring then saying, you know what, I've made some money, I'm going to go work at Victoria's Secret. And I don't think I've ever seen, I've had a couple girlfriends in my day, and I've been to a couple Victoria's Secrets. I don't think I've ever seen a guy working at Victoria's Secret. They've been in there on the boyfriend couches or whatnot, but I've never seen actually somebody behind the counter.
Yeah, there's a lot of resistance at first, especially from the customers. And my coworkers too, like, what the hell is this guy doing here? Is he a creep? Is he what? And the answer was, yeah, I was a creep, but I was a pretty good bra salesman, so it worked out.
Bra salesman.
Yeah.
So my ladies to my left, what would you think if you saw Ike over at Victoria's Secret and you were trying on some, what is the signature bra, like the ultimate push-up?
Well, they got the very sexy push-up. I haven't been there for years, but when I was there, it was like a Body by Victoria, the very sexy push-up.
Well, we were talking about, obviously, your career before Ike Sandwiches. And something that comes up, you make such amazing sandwiches. You've been all over the place. World-famous sandwiches. I know people who've traveled from Europe and even Papua New Guinea, if you can believe that, who came in because they heard about Ike Sandwiches. And what was the first ever sandwich you made that you thought, one day I can probably come in here and make these and just become, a local sensation here in San Francisco? What was the very first sandwich you ever made?
Well, if you want to go what was the best tasting sandwich I thought I could make, it would be the sandwich that's #1 on the menu, Elvis Keith #1. It's a teriyaki chicken, wasabi mayo with Swiss cheese sandwich. I made that and I was like, okay, that's a really, really, really tasty sandwich. When I first opened up, it was more like, I like this food, And if I like it, I like to eat, then maybe other people will like it too. I didn't really know that the food was going to be good. This is stuff that I was eating every single day almost.
And so there's really no barometer to see if other people would like it outside of yourself, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And then people started coming in and they're like, wow, this is a good sandwich. Well, this is a good sandwich. And after a while, I was like, oh, wow, these are good sandwiches, I guess. But for me, it's what I've been eating since I was in college.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so then if you were in college and making these sandwiches, where did the dirty sauce come from? I mean, we all know the world famous dirty sauce that goes on that's baked into the buns. How did that come about? Was that just something you whipped up in college also, or?
Oh, the first time I did dirty sauce was by accident. In 2001, a customer came into, I had a supermarket at the time, and he wanted some kind of garlic concoction, and I was like, well, I don't have any of that stuff, but I looked in the cabinets there in the pantry and started looking around. It's like, okay, if I mix all this stuff up, I could make something garlicky, and so I made him his cheesy garlic bread and gave it to him. He came back the next day and said, hey, can I get the same exact thing that you made me yesterday? So I made it again. He kept going on and on about how good it was. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to put it on a sandwich. I'm going to make myself a sandwich. So I made a sandwich with it. I took one bite. I was like, wow, that was dirty. And that's where it got the name from.
Damn, okay. That's awesome.
I can't even describe to you the flavors that are bursting in my mouth right now.
Hi, Ike. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Absolutely.
I was curious, which of the 4 Ninja Turtles is your favorite?
Oh, 4 Ninja Turtles. I think I like Raphael the most, but Donatello, he was a smart one. Or was that Leonardo? No. Which one?
You were the one who had the hat the last time I saw you.
That's true.
So.
I like Donatello because that stick can like get you from across the room. But Raphael, he's pretty chill with it. If anybody that is brave enough to fight with like something that's just a little bit larger than your hands, that's some absolutely. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
I think I already know the answer to this question, but I like to ask this. If you could only have one condiment the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, man. I put dirty sauce on everything. Pizza, enchiladas, sandwiches.
Push-up pops.
French toast, yeah.
Ooh,
absolutely.
Nice. Oh, and Ike was telling me you have some breaking news. This is like legitimate breaking news that, you were telling me behind the scenes, and I just remembered right now that there could be, speaking of television, something in the works with you, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Be on the lookout for an Ike's Place reality show following all the shenanigans at the store and then also outside of the store. All the stuff that happens on the down low that you're like, what? That stuff happens? It does. We're sandwich people.
You are hearing it here first. Big time stuff here. And taking us out, I know, Ike, you've been waiting for this all day. Jessica here, who is our 1015 Folsom resident denizen. Turn it on. You got to turn on the hula hoop action here. All right, and there we go.
Yeah!
Oh! That sucked. Come on, you can do better than that. There we go. All right. Live from Studio Yelp A. This has been the Get Your Yelp On podcast. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Alexo!